Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a weekly reading for y'all. I'm going to do it a little bit different this week, but first of all, thank you so much for being here. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I do so appreciate it. If I resonate with you as a reader, that is, please do subscribe. Comment if you're so inclined to comment. And if you are returning, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all riding with me. This week for the weekly, what I'm going to do is we're going to use the Animal Oracle, and I'm going to get an Animal Oracle for Earth for each element, for Earth, Air, Water, and Fire. And then I will pull one or two cards for each sign under the element. So we're going to start with, we'll start with Earth, because I said it in that order. And I'll just get the animal for the underlying energy, and then we'll lean in with the Line Strider Tarot. Okay. This is for my Earth sign. So let me just go ahead and get Earth, Air, Water, and Fire, please. Can I have 4 of these, please? Ooh. That's Earth. Air. Ooh. Water. And then fire. Okay. All 4 are out. And then we're going to start with the Earth signs. Earth signs, you got Gorilla, Peace. So you might just be feeling very balanced. You might be just feeling at ease with whatever situation you're finding yourself in this week. You might also be looking back at a situation and feeling like where you may have looked back on it previously and been like, it didn't feel good. You might be looking back at it now with new understanding. Thank you, Spirit, with new understanding, and really just able to give yourself a little bit of closure, able to give yourself just a little bit of like, to look back on it like with a gentler view, You've also taken off. You've also sort of taken off your mask, like, right? Like it's almost like you no longer want to be. You no longer want to be at odds in a situation here, Earth signs. It's like you know what? I just want balance. I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. I don't want to be bothered. And like part of it was like when you were confronting a situation, you were doing it from like a defensive point, from a defensive point of view, and it's almost like you no longer want to do that. So you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna put my weapon down. I'm gonna put my weapon down, and I'm gonna put my shield down, and I'm just going to be sort of at peace with what is, and no longer try to be like combative with whatever's going on. So let's do Capricorn, Taurus, and then Virgo. So let me get a card or two for Capricorns, please. Capricorn, here we go. Capricorn, you have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, you're just feeling contented. Like Capricorn, you feel like you've almost like defeated the monster. Like whatever it was that was causing you the bad vibes, it's like you ate it up. You ate it up, and you're like, you know what? It's not a problem for me anymore. I don't need to deal with that. I don't need to deal with that anymore. It's like you're no longer trying to juggle it. You're no longer trying to make something that wasn't working have space in your life, because it wasn't working, and so you're finally like, you know what? That wasn't working. I'm no longer going to try to make it work. I'm no longer going to try to put my energy and effort and my resources, my time into trying to make it work. And I'm just going to eat. I'm going to eat it. Like, so some of you may have had to fall on the sword in some sort of way, or like, quote unquote, accept defeat. And it might look like defeat to other people, but for you, you're like, no, this is a win for me. This is absolutely a win for me. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Let's do Taurus. Message for Taurus. Ooh, there we go. Taurus, Ace of Pentacles. Listen, you grew up. This like whatever, in order to get to this piece, like there needed to be a maturing, and it feels very much like you embraced that desire to have peace. You were like, you know what, I'm bigger than the situation. Thank you, Spirit, that you decided to be the bigger person, Taurus, and good on you. And I feel like you're going to receive blessings for that. You're going to receive blessings for not engaging in the back and forth and for taking the high road, right? You took the high road here, and I think it in the end it pays off for you in your abundance. You're able to, you're more creative. It's almost like the combativeness, whatever was disrupting your peace, was becoming a creative block for you in a way. And now it's like you're like, you know what? I don't have the time. I don't have the energy for it. I'm going to be the bigger person here, and I'm going to take the step back. And you did that, and I think it gets rewarded in the end. That was my Tauruses. Virgos. Virgos, please. There it is. Virgos, you have the 8 of Wands. You're just moving forward. Like, you're just like, forget it. Like, you're not even trying to resolve the conflict. You're not even like, it's almost like you're just like, let me get the hell out of here. Let me like move away from whatever this is. You may communicate that you are not here for the bullshit and like just like bloop, like keep it moving. Like, you may be communicating that out to people, and that's, you know, that's totally fine. But it almost feels like you get the hell out of Dodge fast. Like, you move completely away from a situation or from people, and it almost feels like they chase you a little bit. They're like, somebody might put up a chase, like not want you to get out of a situation, not want you to free yourself. But I don't think that you can be stopped. Yeah, because like you have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're being motivated and driven by self-love. You're being motivated and driven by self-love and a deep desire to embody peace, to cultivate your inner peace. And so it doesn't even matter. Like, you're out of there. You're out of there, and they're not going to be able to catch you. They're not going to be able to catch you. Okay. That was my earth signs. Let's move on to my air signs. Air signs. You got the bison ritual. So this week you might be really focused on your spiritual practices. You might be like spending a lot more time at your altar. You might be refreshing your altar here. You might be, some of you might be coming up with like some new ways to communicate with your ancestors and your spirit team. Others of you might be like, you might be trying to figure out what role religion plays in your life. I don't know who that's for, like trying to figure out what role religion plays in your life, air sign. But let's, you also might be tapping into some more like ancient type of rituals here. You might be like doing some sort of research and study of some more ancient rituals. That you might like I think that they might be completely new to you, but they feel extremely familiar. Thank you. They might be completely new to you, but in some way it feels like almost like you've done them before. Like you understand them in a like cellular in your cells. Like it's like you have a cellular understanding. They're somehow written on your DNA. This is like a DNA knowledge of a ritual that you come into. They're saying you come back into contact with this ritual, and it makes a lot of sense to you. But let's see. Let's get into it here. We're going to do Libra, Aquarius, and then Gemini. So Libra. Libra. Libra, you got the Six of Pentacles. It almost feels like the energy that you put into this ritual, whatever this ritual is, and it could be as simple as like a prayer. It could be as simple as like a fervent prayer for renewal, Thank you, Spirit. It's a fervent prayer for renewal, a fervent prayer for balance in your life, and it gives you some return. But it's almost like it's about the energy and the intention that you put behind whatever the ritual is. That is what gets you the return. It's not necessarily about the ritual itself. It's about the energy of the ritual. It's about the energy of the prayer. It's about like the intention behind the prayer that is going to it's going to yield you some sort of just due or something like that. But Libra, I see the scales here. That's a sign for me for Libra. It almost feels like you're asking for balance. You're asking for balance to be restored in your life. And it almost feels like you're like, I don't need much. I don't need much. I just need something. And I feel like that's what comes in for you. It's almost like you're not asking for like $1 million. You're just asking for balance. You're just asking for a little bit to get you through to the next stage, the next phase, the next season. Thank you. You're asking for enough to last you to the next season. And I think that the energy that you put behind that prayer and that offer, you're able to get that, right? That's going to come in for you. Okay. So Libra, Aquarius, please. One for Aquarius, gang. How y'all doing? Aquarius, please. Aquarius. You have the Four of Wands here. Balance. Again, this is about, for air signs, this is about balance. I think, the Four of Wands is about like a peaceful home. Some of you are doing some sort of like, maybe doing like some sort of like smudging or like cleansing of your home or something, Aquarius, in order to bring a more balanced and peaceful energy into your home. Others of you, like this is like, you might be like the ritual of like marriage or the ritual of relationship. You might be coming into some sort of like committed relationship here, bringing balance into a relationship here. But it feels very much like this is something that you have asked for. This is something that you have meditated on, prayed on, that you have set your intention toward, and I feel like it starts to come into formation. Like you can start to see it coming into formation, and it becomes something that's out of like it goes from just being your mind's eye to being something where you can see how your external reality is shifting in order to make space for this type of balance, for this type of harmony, for some sort of like balance in the home and family life for you, Aquarius. What's at the bottom of the deck? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's coming in slowly. It's happening slowly. It's changing slowly, but it's coming out of your mind's eye and into your reality. And it has very much to do with how you have exercised your meditations and your relationship with your ancestor, spirit team, and God. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. Oh, you got 2 cards, Gemini. High Priestess and the Chariot. Very good. Very good. Your gifts, you are opening up to your gifts a little bit more, and that's going to lead you towards success. It's going to help you to be able to navigate these obstacles. It almost feels like you that's what you've asked your ancestors for. You've asked your ancestors to sort of remove obstacles from your path. And it feels like perhaps they're not removing the obstacles for your path, but you're being gifted the tools in order to navigate those obstacles, if that makes sense. You also might be getting some like cosmic secrets that are going to assist you in making really good choices and decisions here that are going to drive you towards success here. This is very watery energy too, so you might be getting like really getting in touch with your emotions here too as well, like achieving some sort of emotional balance from your ancestors as well. But it does very much feel like your intuitive gifts are opening up. Your intuitive gifts are opening up. You might be traveling as well. Some of you might be traveling to a place where your ancestors hail from, for Gemini. So for some of you, that might be something that's coming up in the near future. Travel to that place, but it does feel like you're getting the tools that you need in order to navigate the obstacles that might be in front of you. Okay? That is for my air signs. Let's move on to my water signs. Water signs, y'all have reliability goats. Y'all are the goats, water signs. Some of you water signs could be dealing with a Capricorn, but you guys are the goats. You're the greatest of all time because you show up, water signs. Because this week you show up, you are being hailed as the greatest of all times. And it's not just you showing up, it's how you show up. It's like you show up as like confidently. You show up and you say, you know, like there's no obstacle that you can't overcome. That's how you show up. You show up in a way that says like you won't be frozen out. And you do it kind of with a smile too. Water signs, you do it with a smile. Let's get into this here. Let's see. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We'll do Cancer first. Cancer. Yeah. People can depend on you, water signs. Cancers. Okay, one for my Cancers, please. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles. You show up and you say, hey, I'm here for the long haul. You're not going to get rid of me. I'm here for the long haul. You Cancers, you might also show up with the resources that somebody needs in order to be successful. Like it's not just that you show up. It's like you show up and you have the means to help. Like, so you have the energy, you have the money, you have the time, whatever it is, you show up and you're like, I'm ready. You're ready for it. You're not, it's like not just like, I'm here, what do you need me to do? It's like, I'm here and here are the things that I'm going to do for you. And that's respected. Like you help people to overcome, you're helping someone to overcome their strife. You're also helping other people to, like, you're putting other people on. Like you're like, let me help you help yourself long term. It's like you're teaching them to fish. You're not just giving them the fish, you have the fish, right? And you're like, I'm gonna give you this fish right now, but I'm gonna also teach you to fish. Right, Cancer. That's what's happening for you. This could be like, it could have something to do with like your children or your family or something, someone in your family or something like that. It's like you're like, I'm gonna help you out, but I'm also gonna teach you how to help yourself. Okay, Pisces. Can I get one for my Pisces, please? Pisces. Woo! The Sun card. You show up as a blessing. Whatever you show up for, you're like a blessing. Like somebody didn't know who they were going to call on. They did not know who they were going to call on. And they called on Pisces. And you came with that positive energy, that positive attitude that really like kind of saved the day. You helped to restore someone's like mental fortitude here. You might have given someone some like really beneficial health advice, Pisces, or like lifted them out of the dumps. Like if somebody was dealing with depression, something that you said turned their life around. And you blessed them, like you're blessing someone's life. So don't miss out on an opportunity to be a blessing this week, Pisces. Also, for some of you, it's almost like everywhere you go, you bring the sunshine. So know that like even just a small smile, even just a smile at a stranger, you are shifting that energy. You're shifting the energy, the trajectory of the day for that stranger. So smile, say hello, be gracious, be kind, because that's going to go a long way this week. But I think there's one person in particular who is feeling like they are losing their grip on losing their grip on joy, right? And you have kind of help to snap them back. You help to snap them back into a state of bliss. You help them to recognize their blessings, right? You help them to embrace radical gratitude. You show them all of the things in their life that there are to be thankful for, and that changes everything for that person, Pisces. The goat. You're the goat. All right, Scorpio. Woo! Wow, water signs. Look at your cards. I'm here for you guys, water signs. Goat. You're the goat this week. You're the goat. Scorpio, you got the 10 of Cups. You are experiencing just like a new sense of harmony in your life. It's almost like if there had been obstacles, Scorpio, it's like all those obstacles are kind of dissipating one by one and making space for this beautiful new blooming garden. You might have someone you might be a comfort to someone else this week. You might be a comfort, like a major comfort to someone else this week. You might also just be like sort of really feeling the love with your family here, with your family members, your children, especially if you have children or if there are children in your life. You might be like really like nurturing and wanting to like sort of like hold them close, and I think that really helps them to feel more secure and more like safe, like it's like you're providing a level of safety, a level of comfort, a level of everything's going to be all right here. Everything's going to be all right here because we got each other. I'm not going anywhere. Scorpio, you show up and you say, I'm not going anywhere. You can count on me. You can count on me. And that almost allows someone to blossom and to bloom. It gives them the freedom to blossom and to bloom and to feel safe to do that. Like it's not going to, like they're, like if they give into the joy is not going to be stripped away, right? Because you're not going anywhere. 4 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So there's balance here. There's a balance here. And this could be like a new home or something like that, Scorpio, or like just like being a home for someone, being like a home for someone. It could be somebody needs a space to stay too, and you provide that space for them to stay. Okay, Scorpio. Water signs, I love it for you. Way to show up, way to be reliable. You're the goat. Okay. Fire signs, the beaver. You have the beaver, that's work. So you're putting in the work this week. You're doing a lot. You are doing, like, it's only, fire signs, you might be like overworking. You might be working a little bit too hard this week. You might be trying to, it's almost like you're putting in a lot of work now because it's almost like you can see down the line. This is for some of you fire signs. You can see down the line where there might be trouble down the line. So you're trying to head it off at the pass. You're trying to head the trouble off at the pass. You're also really focused on the details because that's the thing. Like you don't want to miss out on any of the critical details here, fire signs. You're not wanting to miss out on any of the critical details here. Okay, so let's see. We'll do Aries, Leo, and then Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're saying trying to dot all the I's and cross all the T's so that when it's showtime, everything goes off without a hitch. Okay, Aries, please. You also got the 10 of Pentacles. Aries, the work that you're doing right now is actually going to yield like some sort of long-term prosperity here for you. So and the details are extremely important because this whatever you're doing is built to last. You could be making some investment. You could be investing here. It's like the time, the energy, the money that you invest right now is going to pay off tenfold or more. Tenfold or more, they're saying. This is so specific. Some of you are going to start breeding dogs. I don't even know who that's for. Some of you might start breeding dogs or something like that. I don't know. I support adoption, but also if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. But like whatever it is, whatever you're doing, it's going to pay off in dividends down the line. So don't feel like the work that you're doing is in vain. None of the work that you're doing is in vain. And you're actually like what you're seeing as the future vision is actually accurate. That's it's going to go down how you think it's going to go down, but it requires you to stay really focused and clear in the vision at this point, and clear in the vision and focused on the work. Thank you. Leo. Can I have one for my Leos, please? Oh, you got 2 Leos. You got the Moon and the 4 of Wands. Leo, there might be something, like you might be trying to, like, there might be something about a house or something here, Leo. Like maybe you like are wanting to. I'm getting two things here. Sorry, give me a second. Some of you are like wanting to purchase a house, wanting to purchase a new home, like working to buy a house. But it's like there's a lot of confusion in the process. There's a lot of confusion around the process. Like maybe you're trying to figure out what the process for that is. For others of you, like you might be. For others of you, there's like a lot of like you might be trying to get your home life in order, and you might be trying to get your home life in order because you don't really it's almost like you don't know where it's going. What's at the bottom of the deck here, please? For my, you have the Star. Yeah. The Star. You're trying to heal something in the home. For some of you, you're trying to heal something in the home. So for some of you, this is about trying to figure out how to purchase a home. Trying to figure out what the right path forward to purchase a home, what the right home for you to purchase is, Leos. What the right home for you to purchase is. But for others of you, this is trying to create balance and healing within the home because there's been a lot of confusion recently. And you're just trying to get things back into order. But it feels like it's going to require work. And if you put in the work, you're going to be able to achieve that balance and that healing and get yourself back on the right path, back on the right track. But it is going to require a fair amount of work. It's going to require attention to the details. That's really important here with these for the fire signs, attention to the details, because it feels like that's where the confusion came. There wasn't enough attention being paid to the details. It was being paid to like sort of this bigger picture stuff, and it's the little stuff that started causing the confusion. Okay, Leos? So pay attention to the details. And I think that applies for both scenarios. Even if you're trying to like purchase a home, the devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. You don't want to like skip over something and then like wind up paying for it later down the line because you didn't like dial into the minutia. Okay? Sagittarius. You got 2. I'm going to take them both. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups. It's almost like you're waiting on joy. It's like you're waiting on joy. It's like Sagittarius, I feel like you're waiting for something like magically to happen that's going to like bring this new level of happiness and satisfaction and contentment into your life. But it's like it's almost like you have to like, so you can't just sit back and expect for like the happiness to find you. It's like it does require some effort on your part. Thank you, Spirit. There's some effort that's required on your part. And so like while you've been patiently waiting for like the joy to find you, it's like you're being asked, thank you, Spirit, you're being asked to go out and find the joy. And that doesn't have to be some grandiose thing. That can be going outside and enjoying a nice sunrise or sunset. That can be spending time by water. That can be like finding the joy in beautiful conversations that you have with people in passing. That can be like, volunteering or doing some sort of charity that brings you joy. Like any and all of those things, right? But you can't just be sitting there waiting for the joy to find you. You have to go out and experience the joy. The work is on the outside, right? The work is on the outside. Faith without works is dead. So says the Bible, right? Faith without works is dead. And so I think you're being called here to stop waiting and to start putting in the work. Okay, Sagittarius? Stop waiting and start putting in the work. Go out there and find your joy. It's not just going to the joy's not, sometimes it does, but I think in this case, you're being asked to get out there and create some joy. As you create joy for others, you start to create more joy in your life, okay? All right. That was it. I think that was everybody. I like the way this worked. Let me know if you like this style for the weekly. Yeah, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, my calendar is still open as of right now. So please feel free to click on the link in the description box below. Also feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's a new month starting soon. So join us, or starting on Monday the 1st. So join us over on Patreon for a whole fresh month of readings. Please feel free to follow me on all the social medias. I'll put all the links in the description box below as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Don't forget to come back next week. I really do appreciate y'all so much. And I am sending you so much love, so much peace, and so many blessings. And I will see you in the next video.